It all starts with 3 simple ingredients: an egg or 2, rice, and fish sauce. Fish sauce, also called nước mắm in Vietnamese, is a very popular seasoning in Southeast Asia, which include countries such as Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. My mom has various brands of fish sauce, though she likes to pour the larger bottle into a smaller, empty bottle for easy accessibility and portability. Ironically, this smaller bottle is actually meant for soy sauce, but I guess you could say it's fish sauce in disguise. Essentially, the sauce is made through fermenting fish up to a couple months to a few years. They would use anchovies or krill and coat them in salt, packing them in a large barrel to hang out. And the natural bacteria would break down the fish, producing the briny, fishy, and savory liquid. The process of fermentation has been used for thousands of years to develop flavor in anything such as fish, meat, and vegetables. Sauces that included fermented fish parts with other ingredients, like meat and soybean, have been recorded in China 2,300 years ago. However, during 50 to 100 BC, the demand for fish paste in China decreased, and so fermented bean products became much more popular as a major trade commodity. Fish sauce, on the other hand, became much more popular in Southeast Asia. And so there was a food divide between the two regions, in which Northeast Asia prefer soy sauce and Southeast Asia would prefer fish sauce. So this very sauce has heavily influenced my life, particularly the food that I eat. You can say it's quite similar to how people would put ketchup in everything. Well, with fish sauce, you can do the same thing. Heck, I even put it in mac and cheese, and it tastes twice as better than the original. My mom would put it in rice or in pho too. But in this case, we're gonna talk about how I put it in eggs and rice. In this house, we don't use electric stoves. My mom doesn't want to up the electric bills, so out in the garage, we have propane. And that's where the fire lights up in front of your eyes, and the food starts cooking twice as fast. After drizzling the cooking oil and letting it sit, my favorite part of this whole experience is cracking the egg. I love the sound of the shell cracking against the table, but most excitingly, I love the sound when the yolk falls onto the pan and I like my eggs to be a little wet. It's just the way my mom cooks it for me. She just tells me to fire it up and stir for 3 seconds with a chopstick, and that's it. You're done. So after taking it into the kitchen, I've already microwaved the rice that we cooked quite a while back, or probably a couple days ago. And, well, it's not the rice I'm usually used to, as this is brown rice, more healthier, but not as tasty in my opinion. I would stir it all up, and then place it into the pan. My mom and dad used to serve eggs and rice to me in the pan, just so, for convenience sake, we wouldn't have to wash any more dishes, and, I was fine with that. I thought it'd actually be tastier since you're mixing all the flavors from the pan into the eggs and rice. And then, of course, after mixing the eggs and rice together, either with chopsticks or a spoon, I would then drizzle the fish sauce in like a spiral, then mix again, and then adding more if I need to, give me a little taste. And bon appetit! Eggs and rice with fish sauce, of course, is easily one of my most favorite dishes ever since I was a child. It is something my mom and my dad has served to me for quite the longest time. The correct terminology in Vietnamese would be trứng với cơm, which means eggs with rice. But back then, we came up with a special name for it, which I was very used to, but then realized as I got older, it made no sense. We called it trứng trứng ăn cơm, which literally just means egg, eat rice. And it's funny because it's sort of like a code name where only me and my mom and dad were the only ones that understood what it meant. But when I told other family members that I wanted to eat trứng trứng ăn cơm, they were like, wait, what? Oh, what are you talking about? And the way they cooked it wasn't the same. Or, I had to appreciate what I was given. I'd like to think that this dish is a mix of both American and Asian cuisine, the rice and fish sauce deriving from Asia, and the scrambled eggs. Well, interestingly, I learned that it's been documented that the ancient Romans were the ones making scrambled eggs centuries ago. But, well, I guess it really depends how they're prepared and what's popularized in certain regions. This mixture kind of really represents me. I may be fully Vietnamese, well, with some Chinese blood. I'm still American. I was born in America. I adapted to American lifestyle, living standards, customs, and that's really what this dish or this meal means to me.